Kakko, I feel like he's been lighting up lately. Actually, he's been ridden red hot. He's got 5 points in the last 6 games. He's got 4 goals. His shot is really good. Kakko's shot's really good. It's finally really developed. This last offseason, he got clocked at 109 on a slap shot. So the kid's got a cannon of a shot. He just doesn't shoot. He wants to pass. So he's been shooting more this year. LaFreniere struggled for probably 2 months of the season, but he's really turned it on and played really well. The kids have been playing really well lately. And it's funny, when they got Kane, all of them separately in interviews were like, oh, yeah, my idol growing up was Patrick Kane. So all of a sudden you bring your idol into the locker room. And I've had a lot of guys on my show that idolize Wayne Gretzky and Mark Messier as kids, and they end up playing with them in the Rangers like later on in their careers. So it's kind of funny. And they always said, like, they felt like they got an extra boost because they were playing with Wayne Gretzky. And I feel, and I'm not comparing Patrick Kane to Wayne Gretzky, but when you play with your idol, I feel like you want to kind of impress him as well as learn from him as well. And I think that they've stepped up tremendously. And they had a huge playoffs last year, right? That's kind of put them on the map, like out of New York. Like the kid line became a thing. So they're getting hot now. I think Heedle signed his contract, which was a huge win for the Rangers. They got him on a good deal, $4.3 million for 4 years. I thought that was fair. They got to re-sign Lafreniere. They got to re-sign Keandre Miller. Those are the two guys.
I don't think you should sign Lafreniere. I think you need to trade him. I understand what you're saying, and I understand he's 21 years old, but everybody expected this guy was the number one pick. Okay, he was the number one pick. This year, he has 16 goals and 23 assists. He's played better in the second half. 39 points for a kid that was the number one pick in the draft, and he's been playing a lot, significantly a lot, and he's getting a lot of time on the ice. The fact that he is not producing, that worries me as a team and as an owner, or even as a GM with Chris Drury. I would be not very happy with him. Even Kaapo Kakko. Kakko should be better than he was. I remember when in the World Championships, Junior Championships, this guy was the best player on the ice. He was dominating. Everybody was talking about, oh my God, he's better. He's going to be better than Jack Hughes. He's not even close in the same hemisphere as a guy like Jack Hughes. Jack Hughes is developed. It takes 2 to 3 years. There's no excuses with Kaapo Kakko. And Alexis LaFreniere, what is this, his third year? If he's not producing, And that's where I'm not giving him a contract. Either I would extend him 1 year if he can't produce next year. I'm trading him.
I think he's gonna get a deal similar to what Kakko got, where it was a bridge deal for 2 years, kind of like a show me deal. I don't think you give up on him this soon because I don't know what value you get from the open market. And if he does turn out to be a 35 to 30 goal scorer the year he leaves, I mean, Chris Drury won't be able to live that down with.
There's a lot of players. Come on, Kyle. There are a lot of players that just don't work out in certain places. And being in New York, as we all know, it's not easy to play here. It hasn't been. If it was, the Rangers would have won more Stanley Cups. If it was, the Islanders would be winning. It's not easy to play here. There's a lot of pressure on you to win. So
I think the difference with Lafreniere, though, is if he was in Columbus, he's playing the top line. He's getting power play time. It's a tough situation for a kid to come into not a veteran team, but a team that has had two top lines developed.
What are they, a top 5 young team? Oh, they're a top – I think the Rangers are the 5th youngest team in the NHL right now?
Yeah, but you look at the top 6. The top 6 is not young.
Yeah.
The rest of the team is young. The defense core is young other than Trouba. I mean, but
you're another
not
bust.
Kick Chris Kreider. You're not kicking Chris Kreider out of a top line.
No.
You know what I mean? You're not kicking – the guys in front of him right now are Kreider and Panarin. That's his position. That's tough for him to jump any guy to get up there. So, and he
You're a number one pick. You're a number one pick. Jump it, baby. Go out there and play.
They tried to move him to the right side. It worked out for like 2 weeks, and then he kind of got discombobulated in the defensive end. So they moved him back to the left side. That was a whole experiment last year.
Kyle.
Now Kakko has had the opportunities.
Kyle, I love you, and I know you're a Ranger fan, but you watch. Connor Bedard is going to be the number one pick this year. And Connor Bedard will score 30 goals next year.
But Connor Bedard's going to play on the Blackhawks, which have no one else.
Oh, stop it.
Line. He's going to play 25 minutes a game.
Stop.
I'm telling you.
He's a number one pick. You have back-to-back years, you had the number 1 and number 2 pick. And both of those guys aren't developing. That to me is alarming. Your development of players have not worked. Yeah, you're bringing in these veteran players like Panarin, Zibanejad, you're making trades. Fantastic, great moves. You bring in Adam Fox. That was a great move. I think it was when John Davidson was taking over. I think he was just moving in as the president of the organization. But they're not your guys. You didn't draft them.